for joining me for another Accounting Accelerator tutorial. This tutorial is going to provide you with a quick summary of how salary transactions affect the trade and other payables note. The reason why I decided to do this tutorial was because this is such a common adjustment in company financial statement questions, and there is a lot to remember. Hopefully, by breaking it down for you in the summary, it will make it easier for you to remember all the entries. Let's jump right in. We've got the income statement, and of course, because salaries is an expense, it's going to be included under operating expenses. In our statement of financial position, we're going to have several entries under the trade and other payables note. And the examiners just love this trade and other payables note because there are so many transactions that can be included in it. The first thing I want you to note is that we've got two accounts here. We've got salaries and company contributions, and sometimes they can be joined together as one, called salaries and contributions. Now, the important thing to note here is that what goes into your operating expense salaries is the gross salary. Turning our attention now to the trade and other payables note. What we've got, first of all, is creditors for salaries, and that is the net salary. So let's just recap there. Under your expenses, you are going to have the gross salary, but under trade and other payables, we've got the net salary. Then, coming off of the salary, you've got the deductions, all the things that employee has to pay. So, we've got these three deductions. And obviously, to calculate that, you would take your gross salary minus your deductions equals your net salary. But we've also got these company contributions. The company is contributing to the pension fund, it's contributing to the UIF. So this is an additional expense to the company. They're paying these additional costs on behalf of the employee. So we've got these contributions as well. So now we can already summarize this. What goes into your trade and other payables note is firstly your creditors for salaries plus your deductions plus your contributions. And there you've got it in a nutshell. Okay, so now let's apply this little summary to a question that came up in last year's IEB paper, the May 2022. And this is standard format of how they ask you. It was adjustment number 8. An additional store manager was appointed on the 1st of February. The salaries clerk forgot to record her February salary details. We've got a gross salary of $216,000, but be very, very careful, per annum. And then we've got these deductions: pension fund, SARS, PAYE, and UIF. So these are the amounts that are going to be deducted from this employee's salary. And then we're going to work out what is that employee's take-home pay, the net salary. And so many learners forget the name of that account. It's a creditor for salary. Creditor, somebody you owe money to, but it is not a trade creditor. You didn't buy stock. It's a creditor for salaries. Okay, let's do these adjustments or calculations quickly. This person is earning $216,000 per annum. We're just doing the February salary divided by 12. Therefore, their gross salary is 18,000 Rand. Pension, 8% of gross. That is equal to 1,440 Rand. PAYE has been worked out, and the UIF is 1%, which comes to 180 Rand. So if we now deduct those three figures from the gross salary of 18,000 Rand, you should come to a net salary of 11,880 Rand. So let's go and put that in. We know that in the income statement, you've got to put in the gross salary. So that's 18,000. Then what goes into our trade and other payables? It's the net salary under creditors for salaries plus all your deductions. So creditors for salaries is 11,880. That's the net salary. SARS PAYE is 4,500. So these are your deductions. The pension fund, now the company is also contributing to the pension and the UIF. So we've got two figures there. So let's put in the employees' amount was 1,440 and to the UIF was 180 Rand. Now the employer is also going to contribute. They're contributing on a Rand for Rand basis, which means they're contributing exactly the same. So to the pension fund, they're going to contribute 1,440 and to the UIF 180. So into your contributions, we're going to have 1,440 as an expense, and it gets added into trade and other payables. And then the UIF, the company is also contributing to the UIF, and that money also has to be paid over trade and other payables. So here your total is 2,880, and this is 360 Rand, and the company contributions come to 1,620 Rand. So let's just recap this quickly. We've got the gross salary under operating expenses. Under trade and other payables, we're going to have the net salary plus the deductions and the contributions. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you just make a little copy of this block at the top that you can use just to quickly remember and revise before you go into your exam.